more jets pop up on that poster. So let's see here. So far, all the current teams and people that are in this category are teams from GAO. But again, we are trying to get teams from other servers. That is a major part that's going to play into this air show. It is going to be an air show that not only consists of a single server's teams, but we'll have teams from other servers. I don't know too many flight community servers out there, so if you guys do know any, feel free to message me about it. So far I've only contacted Timo Bay. I'll be contacting probably Novos within the next week. I don't know if anybody has their Discord, because I don't. But other than that, obviously completely zero beef kind of air show, and I've already talked with Moose about that idea of having teams from other servers come in, and he approved. He approves it, and I've gotten the approval from Team Obey, so I'll be asking their teams, maybe a few exceptions though, unfortunately. Let's see, other than that, let's talk about the show here a bit. Obviously, show site is going to be LSIA. One thing I am encouraging for all teams to do, especially since we have so much time until the show, is maybe, because obviously I'm sure you guys all have great displays, great routines, but I feel like it would be really cool if we had a show where a good majority of the teams in the show had some commentary, some narration, maybe music as well, because I'm sure you all know we pretty much do the same thing. But yeah, it would be nice to see you all mix in out there, get a little deep with your show, make it a whole lot more interesting than just show and jets in the air. With that as well, another thing that adds on to how much time we have for this show, I've talked with 360. I'm sure you guys know who 360 is, and you've probably seen his streams from other shows. I've contacted him as well to see if he wants to be one of the main streamers for the show, being he will work pretty much, he'll be the main headquarters. That would be the main place where everybody goes to watch the show. So including that, we'll be mixing in some really good stuff like trailers, overlays for each team, and all kinds of cool stuff. In reality, it's all kinds of cool stuff that I feel like you guys will like a lot. Let's see. Again, obviously, again, with how much time we have, it'll allow us to get some really good promotional videos out there that I'm sure you guys will like. One thing I do want to say is, for any teams who end up confirming themselves after this meeting, I would like to have a day where me or LDT3, being luxury, attends one of you guys' practice, so that we can get pictures of your aircraft and put them on our poster, as well as get clips so that we can compile just one big video so that we can post it, involving all the teams performing. And again, it'll be a progressive video, so as time goes on, the video just ends up getting larger with the more teams that confirm themselves. Alright, let me go ahead and get this picture up here. Let me stream my screen here. So yeah, so if you guys want, tune into this stream. The show site will be pretty simple. It'll be like other shows where we have, again, show sites at LSIA. We have our show center marked in the red box, LDT. Our jets will be parking up to the right of show center, or I guess left from show center. And obviously we have our audience. The way we're working out the audiences for the show to minimize lag is, when the day of the show does happen, the only people that will be in the server are the current performers and any dedicated streamers or special guests we have. Everybody else, including other pilots, they'll have to be outside the server so that we can minimize the lag for anybody. And you'll just wait to stand by depending on the lineup if your team ends up going next. So that's how it's going to be on the day of the show, hopefully, so that we don't get the server too crowded. As teams do confirm themselves as well, I'm gonna want you guys to maybe settle a parking space. One thing I can say is the reason why we have our parking space where it is because when it comes to our land shows, we also have a we also have a ground show where we showcase us walking to the jets and turning on the jets and all that stuff. And if you guys do have some too, then you can always let me know. Let me know if you have anything that spices up your routine. Another thing is with the show is if in the events that any teams don't have commentary, narration, or music or anything like that, more than likely I'll be available to do narration for anybody who wants it. Obviously, it's on you, so you guys can have a word with your team, find somebody who could do it for you, or again, you can always contact me. But I think that is it for the show site stuff. Let me check and see if any of you guys have any questions so far. I see Jay, you have your hand up. You wanna say anything?
Okay, so as you said, like the only people that will be in there are like streamers and all that. So
Mhm.
how would it work? So say for example, like Saturn or Will or any of the people that are in here right now wanting to stream it, but are also a pilot. How does that work then?
Well, if you have pilots that end up streaming, they'll just end up staying in the server the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. But obviously, let's say we're performing right now, and let's say the Black Sabers were performing next. All of your pilots will be outside the server until it's like, I guess we're finishing up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it'll be. Unless you have a dedicated streamer on your team, they can stay in the server. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
All right, cool. Thank you. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to raise your hand. I see Pritch has raised his hand. Go ahead.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Good afternoon, Josh. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So for this show, is it been 1 day or 2 days?
So right now we're looking at 1 day, but depending on the lineup, because again we're gonna be inviting teams from other servers. If that lineup ends up getting big, then it'll be a 2-day show, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, so because I know I met you from Xbox community, and this be your how long you been for? Is it 4 years or 2 years? The anniversary.
Um, this will be, yeah, again. May 11th is the LDT's anniversary. We would have been flying for 5 years.
So my plan is because I know I'm doing my Hawk solo because like I said, I met you and your team on Xbox. How about the return of one-off solo private jet? Celebrate your anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, you can always do that as long as it's something that you think will excite the crowd. I mean, I'm sure all of you
Mm.
guys' demo will end up exciting everybody in some way.
Because like I said, everybody loves solo private jets. It's the best solo in everywhere. Only joking. Yeah, like I said, I, I enjoyed what I doing about solo private jet. But like I said, because it's your anniversary, we did joint flight pass on Xbox before. So why not to celebrate your anniversary with a solo private jet return one off?
Yeah, absolutely, that should be fine.
Yeah, okay, awesome. And plus with my Hawk as well. Um, Me and Charlie here in our Saros. So in our Hawk routine, so we do like a Spitfire formation.
Uh-huh.
So what we do, we do like a few parts of Spitfire, then do a synchro break, then move through my land straight to my display. So that'd be take like 15 minutes
Okay,
slot.
I think that should be fine. I feel like for any teams that have like longer demos, if you do have a longer demo, like especially demo teams, because obviously there have been lots of events where demo teams performance is just too long. If you do have a long demo team, I urge you that you obtain some sort of narration or music just to make things interesting. And this applies to display teams as well, because I do know our display can be rather long, but again, we accompany it with narration and music. So if you feel like you guys end up having a long display, then again, I urge to get narration and music. And what I mean by long display as well is maybe hitting the, if your display normally hits around the, let's say 35-40 minute margin, I would look into getting a narrator or some sort of music. Or unless you want there to be open commentary where someone just looks at you and just guess what you're doing and commentate over it. But yeah, if you have a long display, then yeah, seek some narration. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, Jay, come on up.
Sorry about all these questions. However, but like you know how you said, well, if we don't have a commentator, we're just gonna use this one as an example. But say if we didn't have one, and say you or Pritchard or Will or one of our members that are gonna be there, would we have to send you the routine as well? Then yeah.
I mean that seems like something that you would probably have to figure out with your own team. I mean, if it was me getting like a random person to do it, I guess I would send them probably your show routine, and maybe send them a script of what you want them to say. And if you,
Yeah.
yeah, I would do that if you have anybody talking over it, so that just so that they don't mess anything up, say anything that you don't want them to say.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Does anybody else have anything other? Because obviously this meeting, this meeting won't be long. We're practically reaching the end because it's the first one, and they'll develop after some time. So I'm not seeing that anybody has anything else they want to say about the show. So these last things I'm gonna say is, again, after this meeting, if you guys start getting excited, I'm aware we are very excited as well. And if you do want to confirm yourselves, there will be a process to the confirmation, which is involving of me. It'll involve me going to, I guess, visit one of your practices so that I can see you guys practice, see if you guys have any narration or music, as well as get clips and pictures so that we can compile a trailer together. Because again, we have a lot of time and we have room. We have room to make things exciting for other people, and we want to take full advantage of that. We don't want it to be where it's like a show where, ooh, it's really hype at the announcements and then it dies out. We want to keep the hype going all the way. That is our mission for this show. So that was practically the last thing I had to say. So if anybody again has any questions, please let me know. And for other people who haven't seen or who are not in this meeting, don't worry, because obviously I'm recording right now, and I'll make a quick edit of the video, get some things out of there that don't need to be there, and I'll post them to the public. These meetings will be going public for the public to see. That is another thing, because I'd rather have the public aware of what's going on with the show. I don't want to keep them silent. Now obviously we have some, like, let's say we have some top secret exciting things going on with the show, then we'll probably keep it quiet a little bit. But as far as the meetings, a good majority of the meetings I'll be having public for them to see. But I think that should be all. I don't think anybody else has anything to say, anything like that involving their demos or the show. So in that case, thank you all for coming, who did come today. And I really hope to see you guys at this show, confirming yourselves soon. And I think it's going to be possibly, I think in my opinion, if we all work together, and we have support of other people, again, getting other teams from other servers, I think this could very well be, if not one of the best FiveM air shows. Not the best GAO air show, but the best FiveM air show, because, and even in the poster, it has the slogan, an air show that brings the community together. This show isn't bringing a server together. It ain't meant for promoting a server, but just having an air show, I feel like, really do feel like ever since, let's say, the split between T-Mobile and GAO, I feel like things have been a little quiet between each other, and there's been a little too much beef, and I just feel like we shouldn't have that. We all come together to do air shows. We shouldn't be beefing at each other, especially in a public setting. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good day, good night, good morning, and I will see you all hopefully at the next meeting, or I'll see some of your teams when they confirm themselves. But after all that, I'll see you guys later. You guys are good to leave, and we'll see you at the next one. So long.